What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe, and this is episode 3 of Saturday Mornings. And this is just a little segment on my channel where I like to get here and talk about all the cool stuff that happened in the world of comic books, action figures, comic book movies, and all that stuff the week before. So for this week, it seems like there wasn't too many reveals because ToyFair happened last week, so everybody kind of revealed their stuff then. But there was a lot of exciting things from ToyFair, and I didn't really get a chance to make a video about any of my favorite reveals or anything, so I'm just going to cover that here. So let's start off with Marvel Legends. In my opinion, Marvel Legends killed it this year. They had so many cool things on display, including like the upcoming X-Men waves that includes like Magneto, a new Sabretooth. Both of those figures look great. I can't wait for them. Something else pretty cool that they had on display was their upcoming line of 10th anniversary figures, and there's a lot of interesting things in there. You have the Tony Stark 2-pack with the Mark 1 armor, and then you have Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, and then they have the Build-A-Figure Hulkbuster Iron Man in a 2-pack with the Hulk figure with the new head sculpt, and all that stuff looks really cool. I'm not really sure when that stuff's going to be coming out, but it looks awesome and I can't wait. And then the other cool that I'm really looking forward to for Marvel Legends is the upcoming Spider-Man wave. I'm not even sure what the Build-A-Figure is, what character it is, I don't even know what his name is, but he looks kind of interesting. But for me, I really like all the characters that they have in the wave. They have Dr. Octopus, they have a new Scarlet Spider, and we haven't seen that version of Scarlet Spider since Hasbro came with the return of Marvel Legends, like I want to say 5 or 6 years ago, and they released that figure on the like the retooled Bullseye body, and it wasn't very good. One of his hands was huge, his whip hand looked humongous, but I'm really excited to be getting a new version of that. It looks like it was on the same body as possibly Pizza Spider-Man. It was hard to see because the way it was posed. It looked like either Pizza Spider-Man or the Sunfire body. I think either one of those bodies will work, and I think it looks cool. And I've always liked that version of Scarlet Spider. That was the one I think where Kane wanted to be like a good guy and he went off to Mexico or to New Mexico. But yeah, it was a pretty cool run. I'm excited to see that figure. And then also in the Spider-Man wave, they have new Cloak and Dagger figures, and both of them look really cool. I'm not really sure how they're gonna release those though. I kind of think it'd be cool if they just had Dagger and then Cloak in there with just a head and a cape, and then not include a body. He doesn't really need a body, kind of like Marvel Select did years ago. But I'm not really sure how they're going to do that, if they're just going to do 2 individual, you know, releases or what. I'm not sure. But it'd be cool if they packed them together. But yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff from Legends. I was really surprised by the amount of things that they brought out. Hopefully they saved some stuff for Comic-Con. But I kind of feel like at the rate that they've been releasing figures lately, I'm sure that we'll see a lot of that stuff before the end of the year. Another thing that they showed that I was really excited about was the latest addition to their Marvel Legends rider sets, and that would be the Logan with just a motorcycle. And he comes with the interchangeable head, so you could have the regular Logan, and then you could have like a patch. That's so cool. I would love to get like a short Wolverine body with a tuxedo, you know. That'd be cool. Throw Patch's head on there. That'd be awesome to have him run around with the old Toy Biz Grey Hulk. But they had a lot of cool stuff on display, so I think Marvel Legends definitely did a really good job out there. And I'd have to say the top 10 figures that I was excited about from Marvel Legends would have to be the new Bishop figure from the X-Men wave, the new Sabretooth. Both of those figures I think are in desperate need of updates. And then the new Magneto looks really nice. I like the hand effect that they gave him. I do wish that it was more of the classic look, but I think that looks pretty cool. And then of course the Marvel Legends Rider Series Logan looks awesome. The Walgreens exclusive Thing looks amazing. I can't wait for that. The Walgreens exclusive Silver Surfer looks simple, but it looks awesome. Cloak and Dagger, Dr. Octopus, and then Scarlet Spider. And then the most exciting Build-A-Figure to me was Sauron. So those were my top 10 Marvel Legends reveals, and I really can't wait for to see that stuff start hitting stores. And then for Mezco did an amazing job too, but I'm always kind of bittersweet with Mezco because I know that we'll see a lot of this stuff at Comic-Con and possibly ToyFair next year because of all the delays. And I don't really complain about the delays too much. I'm fine with it because, I mean, you know, the figures are expensive. So, you know, we could complain about the delays and then they could put out all the figures in 2-3 months and then we're all broke. So, you know, I'm fine with them releasing 1 or 2 figures a month. And you know, having a cool schedule like that or whatever. But you know, sometimes at these conventions and stuff, they show so many things and then we don't see them for a long time. Like I feel like we've seen Darkseid at for like 2 years. I feel like we've seen him. I want to say that we saw him let's see, so not last Comic-Con, but probably ToyFair of 2015 maybe. I don't know. It feels like it's been forever since we've seen him. But he looks cool. I can't wait for him. But yeah, they had a lot of good stuff on display this year. They had a bunch of Netflix stuff. They had the Netflix Punisher, the Netflix Daredevil, which I'm really excited about. One thing that was a little weird about him was his arms, though. I don't know that weird material that they're putting on his arms, but I think the figure looks awesome. I'm sure they put that material on there so that the sleeves don't fray, but I kind of wish that they just used the same technique that they used on the Ultimate Spider-Man, where they just put like a little layer of plastic around the sleeve and it's kept it from fraying, so, and it still looks good. This, I'm not sure what they got going on here, but it still looks cool. I'm really excited about it. And then they released Cyclops. That looks pretty cool, but some people are a little concerned with the funny design that's on the blue. I know they like to do their own like take on figures and characters, but I don't know. I kind of agree. I think the design on the blue kind of looks funny, but I'm still gonna get it. It looks like it's gonna come with a bunch of cool accessories, so I'm excited about that. And then they showed Cable, which looks really cool. But I hate to sound like I'm complaining about each one of these figures, but that Cable really looks like a character from Gears of War, and I don't know. That's fine, but I kind of prefer like the more pouchy, crazy looking Cable, you know? So that would have been awesome if they included pouches instead of that big metal armor chest. I mean, it's not totally inaccurate. Cables look like that before, but, or I mean similar to that, not really those colors, but he's looked like that before. So I mean, it's fine, but yeah, it does definitely scream like Gears of War to me. But and then another really interesting thing that Mezco had was King Kong. I did not see that happening. And it looks like they're going to be releasing two versions. There's going to be a 7-inch version that I'm going to buy, hopefully a couple of, and have them set up with the neck of Caesar. And then there's going to be an 18-inch version, and we'll probably make that the default King Kong figure. But both of those look cool. Really interesting off-the-wall like things that they got going on. One that they surprised me with was Hela from Thor Ragnarok, and that's really cool that they have her in there so that the upcoming Ragnarok figures from Mezco have a villain to face. So, and she was awesome in that movie. And then they also showed a Jason Voorhees figure. That looks nice for all you horror guys out there. They showed the Diabolique figure that I really thought was canceled, so that's cool that that's still in the works. And then they also showed a Blade figure, which I'm really excited about. That's probably the most exciting figure for me. I always thought Blade was cool. I love the movies from back in the day, and it's about time we get another action figure. I know the Marvel Legends put out one like last year, I think. Yeah, with the Man-Thing Build-A-Figure wave, and that one was cool, but I think he's perfect for Mezco, so hopefully that figure comes out nice. And it comes with two different head sculpts. It looks like it's gonna have just a plain head sculpt and then a more like screaming vampire-ish head sculpt. So I'm very excited about that guy. And then they revealed their a couple of new DC things. They had the Green Lantern, the John Stewart Green Lantern that looked really nice. I can't wait for that one. And then they showed their Justice League Flash. I can't remember if we've seen that before, but he does look really good. They showed Aquaman, which we've seen before. And yeah, that's about it for Mezco. So yeah, I'd have to say my most exciting reveals from Mezco is definitely Blade, Cable, and the Season 1 Netflix Daredevil. Really can't wait for all three of those. Those are probably my three most anticipated from Mezco. But yeah, a lot of companies went out there, did their thing, had a lot of cool stuff. I could never go to ToyFair, or I haven't made it to ToyFair yet. I do hope to make it in the future, hopefully next year. I'm not really sure how to go about getting out there, and but hopefully I can figure that out. And just to give a shout out to Articulated Comic Book Art. A lot of the pictures that you've seen in here I took from their Instagram with permission, and yeah, big shout out to them for letting me use those pictures. And make sure to check out all their coverage from ToyFair. He was killing it out there. He had a lot of good coverage and a lot of good videos, and I'll leave links to his videos in the description below. What else really interesting from Mezco and ToyFair is during the event, Mezco gave out like a grab bag to the media that attended, and the grab bag contained a 112 Collective Ascending Knight Batman, a ToyFair exclusive version where it was all black including the belt. There's an all black version coming out from Mezco.com that's an exclusive to the website, but it has a gold belt. So the ToyFair version has a black belt. I heard there was only 100 made, and people were going crazy trying to buy it on eBay. There's listings for $5,000 to get one of these figures, and I just want to say that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Don't get caught up in the hype and stuff like that. Pretty soon the Mezco version will come out, and then people won't care as much as for the other version. It would be cool to have the all black version, but I mean, $5,000 cool? Nah, not really. Not even $1,000 cool. I mean, you know, even that's like feels ridiculous to say. I mean, if someone paid like $200-300, you can't really be mad at them. It's an exclusive. There's only 100 made, but you know, $1,000, $5,000 for a figure that just came out, it's just crazy. So don't get caught up into that stuff. So just wanted to kind of talk about that real quick. But on a positive side, you know, Mezcos and exclusives and this and that. This week they started shipping out the Knightmare Batman, and that's super awesome. That figure looks so cool. I can't wait for that guy. And what's really exciting about that figure is that Mezco almost canceled it, and fans complained. They kind of hit him up, did all kinds of stuff, and then they changed their mind and they put it up as a Mezco site exclusive, so the people that wanted it could pre-order, put a little down payment. It's like 20 bucks or something like that. I don't know if it's considered a down payment, but like a deposit kind of thing. So maybe that like helped them determine how many people were really going to buy it. But yeah, it looks super cool. Now I'm sure it's going to go for a crazy amount of money, like on eBay and stuff like that. I've seen some listings for like $250. You know, kind of ridiculous, but yeah, he's a cool looking figure. I can't wait to have it. I'm in California, and I think that they ship from the East Coast, so I probably won't get mine till like late next week. I'm sure a lot of people already have it by the time I have mine, but I do look forward to getting it and doing a review. It does look really cool, and it's going to be really cool to have him and Old Man Logan and pose them together. They kind of feel like they'd work together, like on the display or just like for some cool pictures, even though they have nothing to do with each other. Yeah, so that's it about that. I'm really excited about that Knightmare Batman, and hopefully I get it sooner than later. And as for movies, I didn't really see anything that came out that I was crazy about, but I do want to talk about the Legion trailer, the Legion Season 2 trailer that they showed with Aubrey Plaza just kind of talking to the camera as if she's talking to us, as if we were Legion himself. She's explaining to us about how everything from Season 1 was just like in our heads and all this stuff, and it's really cool. She's such a dope actress, especially in that show. She's killing it, so I really can't wait for Season 2. And yeah, she really gives off a creepy vibe in this teaser, so I definitely suggest to go check that out. It's really awesome. If you didn't watch Legion Season 1, then you're missing out. That is such an amazing show, probably one of my favorite comic book shows. It's kind of, if I had to choose, I might say it's my favorite comic book show, up there with Daredevil Season 1. But yeah, Legion was on something else. It was really, really cool, but I can't wait for Season 2. And then real quick, in the world of comic books, it sounds like Marvel Comics is going to do like another reboot and stuff like that, or like a soft reboot or some weird kind of thing. And I don't know, I just can't really get with that stuff. I've kind of like gone away from Marvel Comics a little bit. Image is really my go-to stuff. Image is killing it these days with Saga, Descender, all these amazing books. There's so many things that they put out like all the time. I usually wait for trades to come out, so I'm not really sure what's current, but I love like Lazarus from Legion, Black Science, I'm sorry, from Image, Black Science from Image. There's so many good things that they had going on, and yeah, that's my go-to comic book company. But yeah, Marvel and their crazy reboots and stuff, I don't know. In my opinion, I just kind of wish they reset the whole world and just start from the beginning, and that way we could re-experience all these characters. I don't know, the renumbering, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm not into that, but I heard they're doing it again, so I just wanted to talk about that, see what people thought. And for action figure of the week, we're going to go with the Marvel Select Hawkeye. And this figure is based on the character's look from the Matt Fraction and David Aja book, where he was pretty much just hanging out in an apartment, dealing with like local crimes and local corruption. And it was like when he wasn't with the Avengers, like when he was off the clock. He was still on the team, but it was like when he went home or whatever. And then he, in that run, he befriended a dog named Pizza Dog, or Lucky the Pizza Dog, and it's really dope that Marvel Select included this with this character, because they really look awesome together. But yeah, this figure was so dope. I really liked it. I was surprised by how much I liked it. At the time, I couldn't put it down. I do wish that the articulation was a little bit better, especially for the arms. I do wish that he had double jointed elbows. If he had that, he'd pretty much be perfect. But yeah, this is a really cool figure, perfectly sculpted, perfectly catches the look from the book. And he just looks awesome on the shelf. He is fun to pose and play with. He would have been funner if he had double jointed elbows, but Marvel Select doesn't really do that. Since this figure came out, they've started doing that sometimes, but you know, it's not like they do it all the time. But yeah, this is a dope figure. He came with two heads. He came with the head that has glasses, and then he came with this kind of beat up head. And I do have a full review of him on my channel. It's one of my first reviews from a couple years ago. But yeah, this figure actually, when it first came out, I really wanted to get it early. None of my local Disney stores had it, so I kind of called around and I found it a couple hours away. And it was before I don't think there was any reviews up at the time, and I really wanted to get like a review up early, so I drove like 2 hours to go buy him from the Disney store. So that was a interesting time, interesting little day trip, you know, just to get this Marvel Select Hawkeye. But I was really happy with it. So it's still a cool figure. It holds up. It's not like it's crazy old, but you know, it's definitely a few years old, but I still love it. And he's way too big to fit in with Marvel Legends. Just to show you real quick, it would be cool if he could fit in, but he doesn't. So, but that's okay, no big deal. But yeah, that's it for the action figure of the week, the Marvel Select Hawkeye. I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching episode 3 of Saturday Mornings. I hope you guys are enjoying this little segment that I got going on. If you are, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that cool stuff. And thank you very much. Peace.